The attendance was 17,628, sold out. Fight of the night was Eric Anders and Andre Oliveira won performance of the night. Obviously, a lot. You still in here? Yeah. You got it, kid. You won the 50,000. Yeah. Yeah, you. Yeah! Congrats. Go! And Steve Ersick, that kid came in, fought a top 10 guy. Didn't finish, didn't whatever, but what a badass performance by him. I'm going to give him $50,000 too because he's a stud. Go ahead. What do you got?
I mean, obviously got to start with Amanda, you know, a fantastic performance by her. She looked amazing all round, you know,
Yep.
Wrestling, striking, and then obviously announced her retirement. I'm curious about your immediate reaction to her performance and the fact that she's deciding to walk away.
Yeah. First of all, she looked incredible. You know, an amazing performance, completely shut her down. I think one of the guys were telling me tonight that it was the most punches landed or something like that. So she broke 2 records tonight. I think that was the most punches she's ever landed. And I think she passed Sarah McMahon tonight for takedowns. So more records for her. And I'm not shocked that she retired. You know, I've been saying for a while, she's made a lot of money and, you know, her life is a lot different than it was 10 years ago.
It's kind of weird, right? Because obviously she's achieved everything. She's done it all, but it's looking so easy for her, you know? It's
Yeah.
like she could continue beating these girls and making more money. Are you happy that she's walking away? Are you happy to see her go away? Or do you think, oh, you know, come on, there's probably a couple more for you?
Well, I got to take it the same way I took Lorenzo retiring. No, I wasn't happy when Lorenzo retired either, but he said, you know what, this is what I want. Be happy for me. So this must be what Amanda wants. So then I'm definitely happy for her. Would I like to see her stick around and do some more? Absolutely. I love the kid. She's been incredible to work with. She's such a good human being and a great champion. And obviously the greatest female fighter of all time. I'd love to keep her around. But if she's ready to go, then you got to be happy for her.
I mean, with her retiring, this only just came to me, but with her retiring, the featherweight title, you know, could that potentially retire with her? It's a division that hasn't really got that many females in it, or are you going to just try and keep it going, keep trying to sign new talent?
The answer is probably yes. I mean, I don't make these decisions right after a fight. You know, she told me when she walked over to the side of the cage that she was retiring. So, yeah, I don't know, but it makes sense.
And Charles Oliveira, you know, counted out by a lot of people.
100%.
Comes in there, first round finish, looked great with the head kicks. I mean, this guy really is one of the best lightweights of all time, probably.
I agree. Yeah, incredible performance, especially against, you know, Beneil, who a lot of people thought was going to win this fight. And, yeah, incredible.
Last one for me. A barrier fell down nearly onto Mike, actually. I'm curious if you heard about that. Was anyone hurt?
It was during his walkout, and no, nobody was seriously hurt. A couple minor injuries. You know, the arena handled it immediately. You know, roped it off, got security up there, moved people to better seats, and handled it like a bunch of pros. So,
is that just another time that someone comes and tells you something's happened and you're like, oh, shit, and we
What?
just keep... Is this just another incident where someone tells you, hey, a barrier's fallen down and you just have to go, okay, well, let's roll with it?
Well, you guys have no idea all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes every single Saturday. So this is just, you know, this played out on the other side of the curtain, and you got to see this. But there's stuff that happens every single Saturday, and we deal with it on the fly every weekend.
And the final one for me, unrelated to this fight card. I believe you guys are doing a fight card on Mexican Independence Day, correct?
That's what the word is. That's what all the reporters are telling me.
At the T-Mobile Arena, would it make sense to have Alexa Grasso on that fight card?
Yeah, it probably would. Yeah, a bunch of other Mexicans too.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
Dana over here. Dana, right in the middle.
Hi.
Looked like it was a great event tonight, just with everything that unfolded. And you guys have been back to Vancouver now twice in a row as far as Canadian cards go. Do you see this as sort of an annual destination just with the reception? And I mean, you heard the pop for Charles tonight, who's not even Canadian. You must be pretty encouraged by that.
I agree. It's like we were in Brazil. I mean, from the first time he walked out at the press conference to tonight, obviously loved. Yeah. And listen, I love Vancouver. Vancouver's awesome, but this is Canada. This is what it's like everywhere we go in Canada. Canada has been a very good you know, place for us to go. This country's been very good to us since the beginning. You know, and yeah, we're going to move around, but Vancouver's always going to be a destination. This arena treats us well. The city's been great. The people in Canada are the best. I mean, there's not a lot of negative things you can say about coming to Canada. We did a $5.14 million gate, sold out 17,628. I mean, it just cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I mean, everything about this country is awesome.
And just to circle back to Amanda, obviously a legendary career. Do you have, any favorite memory, maybe a favorite fight of hers that you enjoyed, or maybe a behind the scenes anecdote you can share?
Not really. It's just every time I've ever dealt with her, she's one of the greatest human beings ever. I like her very much, not only as a fighter, but as a human being and as a friend. Her and I have had a very good relationship her entire time here. I'm happy for her and I'm happy for her family. And, without sounding condescending, I'm very proud of her and what she's accomplished.
Yeah. Do you feel like this is one of those retirements that's going to stick?
What?
Like, do you think?
Oh, yeah. Oh, she definitely, yeah. Listen, everybody spins every fucking thing I say. So, I kind of felt this. She's made a very good living. She's got a lot of money. She's going to be good. And I think you asked me, it was like, you said something like, why now when she looks so good and whatever. She looked great and she came out and performed, but I think it's all the things before you get here tonight, you know what I mean, that you have to go through and that you have to do that has made her decide to retire, in my opinion. But she'll be out here in a few minutes. You can ask her, what the hell do I know?
Right. And going back to Charles as well, first fighter to reach 20 finishes in the UFC, which is just a remarkable accomplishment. Like, can you maybe put into context how phenomenal that is? And just to have a guy who's been doing this for almost 13 years in the UFC at this level, 2 weight classes, and just accomplishing all he has.
Yeah. And if you look at how that guy turned his career around, from like 2016 to today, he's a completely different fighter. What he has accomplished in the last however many years it's been is unbelievable. What is it, like 7-8 years? I mean, it's amazing what he's done, and he looked like a world beater tonight. And I'm excited for him and Islam to fight again.
So that's what you're leaning towards?
No, I mean, I'm just saying it's a thing that makes sense. I'll tell you on Tuesday. But yeah, I mean, let's not play games. That fight makes sense. That's the fight that should happen, and I'm excited to see it again.
Yeah, and just last thing for me, I don't know if you saw the kind of viral clip of Conor McGregor at the NBA Finals last night, and how apparently that second punch sent the mascot to the ER or something like that. What do you make of that whole?
I saw the Deontay Wilder one too. What's up with mascots wanting to get punched in the face by professional fighters? What do you expect? You want to get punched? I mean, what are those mascot things made out of? Unless you're like the Golden Knights mascot, I wouldn't be. I don't even know what the hell he wears, but I'm assuming it's a metal helmet. I wouldn't have professional fighters punching me in the face if I was a mascot. You good?
One final one. Have you talked to Juliana after the?
No, I bet she's really pissed off right now. Though I can just. She's probably running around Vancouver like a lunatic right now.
She's been tweeting a lot.
I bet she has. Yeah. No, I don't want to run into Juliana. Yeah.
Is there any movement on the Colby Covington and Leon Edwards fight?
Nope. Thanks for asking. Have a great night. Thank you, Canada. We appreciate you.
Do you think you need a translator for this press conference after that?
Você acha que vai precisar de tradutor ainda?
Yeah. My English is little.
Thank you, Charles. Well, first of all, congratulations on the victory. Another first-round stoppage. You're actually the first fighter to reach 20 finishes in the UFC. I'm curious if you're aware of that and what that record means to you.
Primeiro de tudo, parabéns pela vitória. Mais uma vez, uma vitória no primeiro round. Você é o primeiro lutador da história do UFC a chegar em 20 vitórias, 20 finishes, né? Ou seja, 20 finalizações. Como é que você se sente em relação a isso?
Olha, gratidão, a palavra chama gratidão. Gratidão a Deus por tudo que vem me deixando realizar. Voltamos de novo ao game, voltamos de novo ao caminho da vitória. E ainda poder, como eu falei, não quero deixar para um do juiz. É um round, eu preciso de um round. Da minha mão entra, as coisas acontecem. Graças a Deus, mais uma vez, eu pude vir lá e fazer minha história.
Grateful, thankful to God for all the opportunity that I've had. Just so grateful to be here. I've said this all along that I only need a round, and I said to many people, when my hand gets in, good things happen, and that's happening.
It was an exciting fight as long as it lasted. He was on top of you for quite a bit before you got up and finished him. Did the fight play out as you expected, and did Beneil surprise you with anything?
Obviamente, o fato dela ter durado pouco não significa que foi extremamente bacana a luta, foi muito empolgante, tudo que ela durou, obviamente. Teve uma hora que ele te colocou pro chão, e depois disso você levantou e fez o que fez. Como é que foi essa dinâmica de você ter ficado embaixo? O que aconteceu?
Não é porque a luta foi rápida que foi uma luta chata ou uma luta... Tá ligado? Calma. Não, eu só ando pra frente, só faz acontecer. Eu falei, eu preciso caçar, eu tô caçando, né? Eu errei no cálculo de queda, ele acabou me colocando para baixo. Eu levantei de novo e continuei caçando. Foi o que eu falei, eu preciso de um round, eu quero um round. Eu vou caçar, eu vou botar minha mão. Foi o que aconteceu, Deus me abençoou.
Obviously, it's not because a fight was that quick that is not exciting. I actually miscalculated that fall. I ended up falling under him. But that's what I do. I get up and I said, I'm going to keep pushing forward. I told people that this is exactly what happened. God bless me. And I just kept getting at him.
Dana White was just in here, and we asked him about, you and Islam again. He said that's a fight that he would like to see again, but he has to get with his team Tuesday. But to him, that fight makes sense. So is that the fight you're going to be pushing for immediately now?
Perguntamos pro Dana White sobre essa luta contra o Islam. Ele falou, na minha opinião, a luta entre você e o Islam é a luta que idealmente tem que acontecer. Ele vai conversar na terça-feira para ver o que vai acontecer. Essa é a luta que você quer, então?
Olha, eu quero ser campeão. Quem é o campeão? Ele tá com o cinturão? Se é isso, vamos embora. Mas de verdade, como eu te falei, não quero nem se preocupar com isso. Deixa que a minha equipe se preocupa com isso. Eu só quero voltar para casa, ficar um pouco com a minha filha e depois voltar a treinar.
Look, who's got the champ? Who's got the belt? He's got the belt, and I want to be a champion, so I have to go through him. Of course, I want to fight him, but right now I don't want to worry about it. I want to go back to my family, go back home, relax a little bit, and let my team decide that.
You jumped up on the octagon cage at the very end before you left, and you were openly crying with your hands on your face. What was going through your mind in that moment?
Depois da luta, você subiu, ficou pendurado lá e colocou as mãos na cabeça enquanto você chorava. O que estava passando na tua cabeça?
Olha, é como se fosse um filme, né? Eu tava vindo, a maioria das minhas derrotas foi aqui, né? E você poder vir da forma que eu vim, ser aplaudido de pé pela torcida, parecia que eu tava dentro da comunidade, parecia que eu tava no Brasil. Sabe, isso são coisas que nunca vai ser esquecidas. Então, eu tentei me controlar na hora da entrada, mas eu acabei chorando, e aí eu respirei de novo para poder ficar no caminho da vitória. Eu fui lá e venci, e aí no final, depois de tudo que foi falado, você poder subir e você ser aplaudido de pé, isso são coisas que nunca vai ficar essa história. Sou brasileiro, hoje sei que, tipo, tá minha torcida do mundo inteiro, mas poder você vir aqui em Vancouver, no Canadá, numa sequência que você tá vindo de, tipo, nunca ter vencido aqui, você vencer e ser aplaudido dessa forma, eu nunca vou esquecer disso.
This is a movie that went through my head. I know that a majority of my losses have been here. So for me to actually be here and have a standing ovation, everybody was just standing and applauding me and cheering. So it was just an amazing feeling. I usually try to keep my composure, just keep going and focus on the fight, but I let my emotions get me because it was so amazing. It felt like I was in the community. It felt like I was actually back at home. As a Brazilian, it felt like I was not miles and miles away from home. And afterwards, when to win here after so many losses, and even with the losses, and them they were applauding me all, even with that in my back, what happened before, right, in retrospect, for them to still applaud me like that, and afterwards, I mean, I just let it go. It's something that I'm never going to forget in my whole life.
The focus is on that rematch with Islam Makhachev. I know you didn't want to talk about it pre-fight, but now that that's what's next, what would you do differently in the rematch?
A luta contra o Islam Makhachev, já se falou muito sobre você lutar contra ele novamente. Não vou entrar nesse mérito agora, mas a questão é o que você faria diferente se você lutasse contra o Islam próximo?
Nada, eu não vou fazer nada. Eu vou ser simplesmente seu Charles, só isso.
Nothing. I wouldn't do nothing. I would just simply be Charles. That would be it.
How long in advance did you know that tonight was going to be your final MMA fight and you were going to walk away after the fact?
When I signed the contract for this fight, I tried to hide for you guys the whole week, but like you guys look like was on top of it. But like I just don't want to focus on that, focusing on my fight, because I don't want to keep talking about the retirement all the time. So, and I still talking. Imagine if I say like, yeah, I'm gonna retire. I would be all about that. So, yeah, I knew the whole time.
Okay, and obviously it was a very dominant performance. I'm curious, you came in on crutches. What injuries did you sustain?
I have a nerve damage in my leg already, and not even supposed to kick anymore because, I always gonna get hurt. I kick in training, I kick in the fight, so my whole career, imagine it, my leg is just like can take anymore, and this is one of my best weapon, and take it away from me, and every time in the fight, I always get hurt, always. So, but I'm glad that I got the win tonight.
Yeah, it was a completely dominant performance. How did it go relative to how you expected? Did you think she was gonna have more to offer you in there at all?
You know, when exactly how I was picturing in my mind, you know, and I did what I supposed to do. I really want to mix everything, was exactly what I did. Me and my coach, we really work on that, you know. I know her body is very weak too. I was exploring just my first shot was in her body. I know that would change the whole game plan of hers. And when I landed the first front kick, I knew like she was like, all right, now I have to do something else, but she don't have anything left, just her boxing. But when I started like mix it up, her body and her head, the takedowns and everything else, she really was be able to do anything. And I knew when I switched a couple times, she would get lost because she thought I'm gonna strike more in the southpaw. And I went right away to my natural side because I know it's gonna confuse her and her coach. And I was hear him the whole time tell her things and make she even make more mistake, you know, to throw more, throw. He was telling her to throw, like move forward and throw. That is my best shot when you chase me, you know. It's gonna be your whole body against my shot that make it even stronger. But like she landed a couple good ones too, you know, give her that credit. But like I saw they was a little confusing about the whole strategy of her to face me tonight.
How do you want people to remember you in the sport? I mean, people throw around words like goat, all that kind of stuff. But in your own words, how do you want to be remembered now?
The grades of all time, you know. I did everything, you know. I break a lot of records. Tonight, I tie with Anderson Silva. It's amazing, huh? So I'm very happy about that.
The two belts sitting in front of you are going to become vacant now. How do you want the UFC to proceed? Dana was in here. He hinted that the featherweight division might just go away entirely now. Who do you want to see fighting for that bantamweight title next?
Honestly, I want to be there to watch, you know? So for me right now, it's like, I don't really care, you know? I beat all of them. So it's nothing left, you know? If anybody can get this belt now, it's like, it's just to have it because I did everything in this division. This division's like gone, all of them. So I break recently and I beat all the girls out there, you know, all the best girls. So I just want to watch, you know, from outside now what is gonna happen, and yeah, gonna be there for sure.
Amanda, obviously, I'm sure you know. Excuse me. You feel good about retiring now, but I'm sure it's going to be weird for you seeing other women with your belt. You know, if you go and watch the next fight and then they're the champion, do you think there's any chance that maybe 12 months, 2 years, you'll be like, actually, that is still my belt and I want it back?
No, I'm gonna have my belt at home with me. That is gonna be the fake one, you know. So it's gonna be fake forever, you know. So who get the belt now is gonna be just like pretend to have, you know. So yeah, I'm gone. I'm good. You know, I did everything. I'm all taken care of in my life. Thank you, UFC. They really like take care of me, and they always gonna take care of me. You know, so I'm gonna be around here. If I don't do anything with them, I'm still gonna like go up and down here just to be around because I love this sport so much, so much. And I did everything to be the best at it, you know. And I prove it tonight. I retire with my 2 belts that I told you guys I'm gonna retire. If you guys go back, see my whole interview, you see, and then I know, you know, and I born to do this. I born to be in this world, you know. I always gonna be here. Maybe a coach, maybe in people's corner. I'm like, I want to make a champion too, you know. I want to be able to be there to see another person succeed.
This may surprise you, but Juliana Pena is quite angry that you retired.
Oh my goodness. What I say about that girl?
I mean, you know,
she's supposed to be here. I'm supposed to beat her tonight again. You know what I mean? She was the one to know how to train, break the rib. What I'm going to do about it?
If you had beaten her the first time, would you have retired then? Was it her?
No, I know if it was Juliana Pena tonight, I know retire because I want to fight somebody that I never fight before to retire. You know, tonight would be the night. I would beat Juliana and then fight Aldana or whatever, and then retire.
How do you think Dana was in here and he said Juliana will probably be involved in the vacant title fight? Like it'll be her against someone. How do you think? Do you think she'll be
They
champion?
have to go. You know, the division have to move on. But I think Aldana is gonna be a good one in the future. You know, I think she's gonna come back strong, and she might get the belt. You know, or we'll see. Yeah, it's gonna be good to see, right? You know, now I'm retired. It's gonna be good for me too to see how the division is gonna play out. I'm very excited for the division. You know, I did everything. I break all the records, and now I want to see from outside. You know, see how the girls is gonna do it, and be happy forever.
Amanda, do you think Juliana Pena will ever be champion again?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Aldana, I think Aldana can beat her. You know, and yeah, I feel like she got luck, man. In that fight against me, you know, she know I was ready, but I proved in the second fight, and then I don't think she's gonna be a champion. I don't think at all. She's not ready though. She's not ready to be a champion.